We say yes when the bank says no. Low deposit, self-employed, low income or no genuine savings? We can deal with many lenders and can be your solution. Now is the best time to buy property. Contact Matthew on 0414 556 747.
Don't you say we'll be young and free. We won't stay young for long. Yeah, we started at 70. Don't you say it's so gone. We fight and we say things that we never mean, but all our decisions are pack, walk, leave. I hate to go when you want me to stay. It's okay to be afraid, 'cause I'll be there when it rains.
Our guest this morning is an award-winning singer, songwriter and a recording artist. It's with great pleasure I'd like to introduce Tamara in our studios this morning. Good morning and welcome to our program.
Thank you very much, Derek. Good morning.
Tamara, I was very impressed with that song that we heard about a minute ago. Is that one of your originals? And also I got to tell you, you published this song on the 29th of March and you got over 1 million hits. Briefly tell me about all the success.
Rain actually is a collaboration between myself and another local Malaysian artist who I worked closely with over the last month. Rain is about a broken relationship. Whilst it's broken, there's always two people in the relationship, or at least one of them, that has an element of hope. As much as they do want to be together for the rest of their lives, their commitment to each other is somewhat questioned. The success of Rain actually is surreal for me, receiving over 1 million hits in such a short span of time. I could not be more humbled by my Sri Lankan fans and very grateful for their continuous support and encouragement of me. So I'm very happy with its success and a little bit shocked as well.
Yeah, I'm very happy as an entertainer myself, and when I just read about yourself, and I thought to myself, what a big achievement to get that many views. Now coming back, will you be able to tell me what age did you start your career?
I actually started singing when I was 4 years of age.
Right.
I was very little and had a bit of interest in playing the piano, so my instrument is the piano, and my parents would always encourage me with the instrument and singing. My father is actually a singer, and he was in a popular band back in those days in Sri Lanka, and I suppose I inherited my singing voice from him. I was very grateful for my upbringing. My father displayed music all around the house. He was singing around the house, and I got encouraged by that, and so for me it was an instant passion and a love. At such a young age, I would carry a hairbrush around with me and sing to all the children in the street, okay. Many different songs, yeah. Whether it be nursery rhymes or songs on the radio that I've heard with my father, and so that's where that began. But it was really when I was 15 years old as the true sense of the passion and the commitment to music, and it was actually stronger than ever, and I started to write my own songs and compose my own music with the encouragement of my father again.
Excellent. Now you told me about your father.
Yes.
Do you know the name of the band he sang or played?
It was called Adventurous,
Okay.
back in those days,
Yeah.
and he was the lead singer in that band. It was a 5-piece band, and he would sing at local events and
Yeah.
festivals and parties and dinner dances,
Yeah.
In Gaul, especially in Panadura,
Okay.
which is where he grew up in.
Yeah.
And so he actually was quite popular at his time, and I think he auditioned for many talent quests and was picked up by the jetliners in those days.
Oh, okay. So, that's one of the best bands in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Now, talking about yourself, at the age of 15, you started writing your own songs. Did you do any school productions, and is that how you started?
I entered a lot of talent quests myself along the way. I did do a few school productions, mainly acting. It was compulsory back in those days, so we had no choice but to do that. I did sing a few songs on stage when we had concerts at school, but mainly I did go for talent quests. I was part of a singing school when I was younger, and towards my latter years I was actually part of the David Jan School of Singing.
Okay.
And I auditioned for that, and David Jans actually taught me himself.
Okay.
So that was lovely. And again, we would do concerts through that means. I suppose I sang during weddings and parties and sometimes even funerals, actually. But it was a place where I could just showcase my talent, and and I moved along that way. Many talent quests I did,
Now, you done talent quest. In the music career, what's the biggest achievement you have got so far?
The biggest achievement is actually, for me personally, is working tirelessly to perfect my craft. I am an award-winning artist. I received last year a VEMA award, which is the Voice International Music Award, recognised by many countries in Asia. And that was for one of my singles, and I won the Best Dance category. I think for me, winning something like that and the recognition for my song that I wrote myself and composed, for me it was a real achievement to be acknowledged in the industry. But really on a personal level, I do this just for me, and so every day when I do write my songs or compose, it really is a personal experience, and I think that is far greater than actually winning anything. Okay.
Tamara, you told me about this award. Was this award given here in Melbourne or overseas?
The VEMA award is actually a Voice International Music Award, and that was given to me in Malaysia. We had a ceremony called the Micro Awards, where the judges would come directly to an event hosted by the family or by friends or another location or another sponsor. And this was actually sponsored by my family, this event, and we had an official award night where I was presented officially by the VEMA judges.
Tamara, you've done all this great work. When you started your career after 15 years old, you did a lot of composing and meeting all these great musicians in Malaysia. Now you're single. Will you be able to briefly tell me how did that come about?
Sure. Forgotten Love Songs was my first single in the music industry in Malaysia, and I worked very hard with a composer by the name of Russell Soon, who is a well-known Malaysian artist.
A big name in Malaysia.
A big name in Malaysia, and he actually specialises in meditation music as well. And so for me, I met him at one of the studios in Malaysia, and we decided to collaborate on that song. I wrote the lyrics for that track, and I also engaged a rap artist by the name of Jay Nivis, who is also quite popular in the industry.
chillin' with your crew, have you lost your mind? Put me on the shelf, anything is good. Shorty, I would leave if I thought I could. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? Don't we know who we are, what we used to be? Now you wanna leave, so just go away. Where you know that I hate love songs
No
anyway.
more a prisoner in this fool's game, running in circles around you. I think I've had enough of this heat wave. Don't think I can live without you. This song actually debuted #7 on the charts of Hits FM, one of the biggest Malaysian radio stations in the country. It also had regular rotation airplay on Light FM, Mix FM in Malaysia as well. So it was played quite often, daily, and people would say that they heard it in the hair salon or in the taxi or in the mall or wherever they sort of went. So it really got considerable coverage. That song also, the music video to that was on Astro Hits TV, which is the equivalent of Foxtel and MTV over here in Australia, and that was played twice daily, so locals were able to view my music video on their television screens as well.
That's brilliant, Tamara. I mean, to get, as I know, as a recording artist, it's very hard to get airplay, and you getting airplay, you know, regularly, so your song also hit the charts. Now, you've been talking about Malaysia. Why Malaysia and not Sri Lanka? How come you went to Malaysia?
I actually have a connection with both Malaysia and Sri Lanka. The Malaysian side stems from my mum.
Ah, okay.
My mother is Malaysian Indian, and
enough.
so I have been going back to that country since I was born.
Yeah.
Every year. Similarly with the Sri Lankan connection, my father is Sri Lankan, and I have been going back there since I was a kid as well.
Nights are kinda long, baby. I'm in conflict without you. Please come back. Let's start it over again. You found you felt that you give me a doubt. Chillin' with your crew, have you lost your mind?
Our sponsors are Prestige Robes and Screens, Transco Cargo,
Southern Star Motors,
Colombo Money Transfer,
Fairfield Lawyers,
Jet Travel and Cruise,
Forever Skin Naturals,
D Legal,
Sahandro.